Charisma Quotient. I'm your host, Kim Seltzer, a dating and makeover expert, where I will help you build confidence, make connections, and find love from the outside in.
Did you ever see the movie Stella Got Her Groove Back? I love that movie. It's about an unlucky in love stockbroker, Stella, who's played by Angela Bassett. And she jets to Jamaica with her pal, who's played by Whoopi Goldberg, for some fun in the sun. And there, the 40-year-old working woman has an island fling with this guy, a handsome 20-something. So, as summer's approaching and I have this beautiful program retreat coming up, I was thinking about vacations. Like, do you ever notice that people are more apt to have flings and feel sexy when on vacation? I mean, it's not surprising given that you are in a total sexy, relaxed, and open energy when away. So I want to come on here and talk to you about how you can get your groove back, which will improve your dating life with what I call a vacation mentality. And it means that you don't have to go on vacation, but what if you instilled that in your everyday life? I've talked about this before in an earlier episode, but I felt inspired to do another chat today about it because so many people I am talking to are just feeling this urge to get out. Everyone's sick of being online. Everyone wants to be out and about. And now with summer in full force, people are jonesing to get out after being cooped up with the pandemic. So now is a perfect time to be in a vacation mode so that you create a fun energy in meeting people. And as I said before, I'm about to take a small group of women on a retreat here in Southern California called Spark Your Sexy. I'm so excited so that they can get their groove on with flirting and shopping and coaching at an amazing resort on a beach. And I know not all of you can come. So regardless of whether or not you actually can get to a vacation or go on vacation, what if you instituted a vacation mentality every day in your hometown? Now, there is research-based benefits of vacations. This is what I love that will improve your life overall. So, studies have shown that taking time away from your job, and again, it doesn't have to be the physical act of getting away, but just like creating that for yourself, can have physical and mental health benefits. People who take vacations have found to be, just lower in their stress life. They have less risk of heart disease, a better outlook on life, and more motivation to achieve goals. Now, here are some 4 benefits that they found in this research, and I think it's fascinating. Number 1, they found that vacations boost energy. So the studies have shown that vacations restock energy stores, which makes work seem easier, dating seem easier when you think about just meeting people, returning to the office. It's a really obviously something that's in your body that if your energy is being reserved, it'll unleash that. Another benefit that they found is that vacation adventures give you a natural high. Think about it. When you discover new things or feel like you are doing something adventurous, your brain gives you a nice little blast of dopamine, and that hormone and the neurotransmitter that makes you feel good. So this isn't just like airy-fairy stuff, superficial stuff that's in your head. Your body is actually reacting to it. So find a vacation spot that you can hike, snorkel, mountain climb, anything outside of your normal day-to-day routine. And again, this can be done in and around where you live. Vacations also make you happier with your entire life. The more active you are with your leisure time, the more control you have over your free time, and the more likely you are to be satisfied with your life overall. And finally, another benefit that they found with vacations is that the happiness factor is contagious. So there has been psychologists who have observed that good vibes will bring you back from vacation, rub off on people around you. And what's more, when a lot of people go on vacation at the same time, those vibes become a viral happiness pandemic. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd rather have a viral happiness pandemic than the one that we just were in. So just imagine like in elementary school on the day before summer vacation begins, like just having that state of being. So you can see that so much of the vacation mentality will improve your happiness factor, which will ultimately be super attractive and contagious to others. So that is why it's so important to your dating life. I'm also really super jazzed by this subject because I just got back from doing a entire makeover experience with a woman who lives in New Mexico. Now, unfortunately, she couldn't travel to LA. So I don't know if you know this about me, but I can travel to people's hometown. So I decided with her that I was going to help her get her groove on by bringing vacation to her because she was stuck in her comfy cocoon, really in this kind of burnout. Her dating life was literally non-existent. Her wardrobe definitely needed an update, and this just needed a transformation overall. Now, what is so cool about this story is that I posted something on social media about that I was doing this before I landed in, her hometown. And I said, I'm excited to turn her cocoon into her butterfly, and what was weird is when we first sat down together, we were outside and we were talking about our past and how everything is related and right on cue, this butterfly landed right next to us. And I actually filmed it. So hopefully you'll see it later. But like if you look for signs, you'll see them. And certainly that was a sign for her. And it was, such a uplifting and inspiring kind of message. And actually, like she had so many breakthroughs. It was very emotional. We went shopping. And what was really cool is that after planning the whole entire day, which included going to different wine bars and just even being in the store and like talking to people, she realized that so much of her life was she was just going through the motions, leading her life with this kind of humdrum daily pattern. She had blinders on, right? Like she wasn't seeing what was in front of her right there. And so by me kind of opening her up, she had a new perspective of her own hometown and just what she had available to her. So as we walked into all of these places, realizing she could create an energy, a vacation mentality wherever she goes every single day, all this magic started happening. And there was this just release and opening that was amazing to see. And so she did turn into that butterfly. And, when she picked me up to take me to the airport after that experience, she looked like a different person. She showed up in her new clothes. Her energy was vibrant and amazing. She looked gorgeous. She was really being more mindful of her makeup and what she was wearing. And she was strutting her stuff. That Stella girl definitely got her groove on. So it was just something that I wanted to share because it really relates to what I want for all of you listening to this. So re-energizing your dating life by instituting a vacation mentality in your everyday life is crucial. Because if you are stuck in a rut and having dating burnout, the best way to disrupt this negative mindset is to have what is called a break state, which is in NLP terms, a sudden change in the context of speaking or movement that changes a person's state quickly. Doing something different in your routine, having a different perspective in what you are experiencing will alter the way that you think to a positive state. That is what a real vacation does, which you can simulate in your everyday life. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, yeah, Kimmy, that's really a lot easier said than done. When you're on vacation, you have more time, you don't have the stressors of work and family life, yada, yada, yada. But that is because you are not making your fun time, your dating life, a priority. I'll be honest. It's definitely easier sometimes to focus on a work project where you feel structured, it's a known entity, you feel confident because you know how to get it done, versus something that is just fun and spontaneous, which is more nebulous, right? And that might be really hard for you, especially if you're a high achiever. But what if you prioritized your vacation energy as just as important as your next business meeting? I know that you probably are saying, well, that's silly. Actually, it's probably the most important thing you can do for yourself. What if you thought to yourself, my dating life, my state of being, my state of mind is these are all just as important, and if not even more important than this project, because when I'm happy, and this is what you can say to yourself, when I'm happy, I'm in a state of relaxation. And guess what? I'll be more productive and I'll be able to give more to others. It's like the old metaphor that I use all the time. If you're the pitcher of water and you have all these glasses to fill, what good are you if your pitcher is empty? Then you're pouring into these glasses with running on empty, with nothing in it. And when you fill yourself up, you have more energy to give out, and that's super attractive. So, re energizing your dating life by instituting a vacation mentality in your everyday life is so crucial. So, then the question becomes, well, Kimmy, that all sounds great, but how? How do I do this? So, I wanted to give you a couple tips that, I do with clients, obviously, when I coach them, but you can start instituting in your own life. Number one, of course, I'm going to say this, is dress the part. Now, here's the way that you can dress the part as if you were on vacation. Do you notice that when you're, well, I'm hoping at least before you go on vacation, you're inspired to get some new outfits, right? Like if you're going to a warm climate, maybe you want to get new shorts, whatever that is. Do that for yourself periodically to bring freshness and fun to your wardrobe. Like, ladies, dresses, heels, force yourself to maybe put yourself in a loud color, neon, something that's bright and vibrant so that you're getting comfortable being seen in it, even as you walk around town. Get your hair done. Like, those are kinds of things that you probably might do on vacation, but you don't do every day. Men, come on, I'm just going to be real. Update those clothes. Like, if your clothes are still from 1990, this is the biggest mistake I see men make. It's time to get a little bit of an upgrade and get clothes that fit, for God's sakes, and play even with bright colors for you too. I mean, it's really fun right now. The fashion, anything is kind of going. And if you're just, being more mindful and putting some new things in your wardrobe, you will also be energized. So, number one, dress the part. Number two, fill the social calendar up with things to do. Explore new events in your hometown, like Google things that you're interested in and see what pops up. Take a road trip to a nearby town that you've never been before. I always tell my clients, like, go on field trips, every maybe weekend or every other weekend, explore like a new territory. You don't have to go far, but that now you're seeing people and you're experiencing things with a new pair of eyes. And that's what happens when you're on vacation. Do something different as novelty. And that's key to disrupt that humdrum pattern in your everyday life, even if it's as simple as taking a new route to work, whatever that is, or a new walk, a new hike, something that inspires you. All right. Number three, be in a state of curiosity. Do you ever notice that you're more curious and you ask more questions of people when you're somewhere new? So, especially for you, high achievers who are used to like figuring out things for yourself, instead of doing that or sticking things to things that you know already, ask people around you for new perspectives, new ideas, directions. That will force you to meet people in a natural and organic way that might connect you to new experiences as well. And finally, number four, work on having open body language. When you are on vacation, you tend to smile more. You look at people because you're like looking around, you're noticing people, and you tend to be slower in your walk. Force yourself to do that every day. Take a new exercise class or a dance class and get your groove on, get out of your head, get more in your body, get grounded in life. And when you slow down and you connect with your facial expressions, you never know who you're going to meet. So all of these tips will create somewhat of a simulated vacation for yourself, and that will energize you. All right. I have an email from someone that is just so perfect for what we're talking about today. Her name is Emily, and she said, all I have time for is work. I do branding and marketing for a large company, and I am working nonstop. I don't have time for dating, just work and exercise. I did do the internet dating thing a while back, like 5 years ago, but I had a bad experience. And the last guy I dated just wanted to be friends. All the men I ever date just seem to want to be friends. Should I even try? My sister in law keeps telling me I need to dress sexier and hire a dating coach. Well, I definitely would agree with your sister in law. But besides that, she also said, I tell her I'm happy the way I am, but I'm scared of getting older and being all alone. Who will take care of me when I'm old and gray? Emily. Oh, Emily, I feel your pain. Many women who are leading successful, busy lives don't want to lose themselves and become something that they're not, especially when they've worked so hard to get where they are today. And in your case, when you tried the dating thing, it didn't work to your benefit, right? Like you ended up being in the friend zone, you had a bad experience online. So, no wonder it's easier to focus on work. But here's the truth: your busyness and extreme focus on work is preventing you from finding love and alleviate that loneliness that you are experiencing. In fact, you might be using your work to shield against getting hurt or rejected again. And you know you are good at the work stuff because that is the stuff you can control. And that is where your confidence lives. So being vulnerable, being open to unknown may feel really scary to you and out of control. What strikes me here is that you are doing some double talking. I'm not going to lie. Like on one hand, you're saying you're happy, but on the other hand, you're saying you're lonely. So you're in a bit of tug of war with yourself. And a lot of that, most of that is fear. So what if you relinquished the need to be in control and learned to create a vacation mentality, which is more fun and flirty and flowy? And I know someone like you must feel like you're exposing yourself or it's frivolous and or history has it things don't work, but start small. So I have just 3 tips to give you. And overall, it's just really having the approach of being more social and open versus, oh my gosh, I have to date now. It will relieve the pressure of that formality and the time commitment around having dates. And instead, it'll be something that you can kind of slowly get into. So, number one, after work, give yourself an hour to decompress your day and do something that is more, I would say, in your body. Number two, put the dating costume on, put on a dress, go into the world, go to the grocery store, like get used to being seen. Use it as a costume to tap into that side of you and just notice the results. Notice how you're feeling in your body as you're flowing in a dress versus maybe throwing on some sweats and Birkenstocks, right? As you run into the store. Pretend you are on vacation. And then finally, get curious. Ask questions when you're out. Try to find out about something you don't know about your own city. Now, you being a workhorse and probably a high achiever, I know you can probably figure out the answers on your own, but that's not the point. The point is to receive. The point is to connect. The point is to, not be in your masculine state, but more in your feminine state. So, you listening, if you are like Emily and you want to get your groove back, whether in life or on vacation, next time you are on vacation, make a mental note or journal about what makes you happy. What can you bring your vacation back to your home? Because again, re energizing your dating life by instituting a vacation mentality in your everyday life is crucial because you deserve it. And when you are happy, you will attract more people with this new, fresh energy. So I hope that was helpful and energizing. Thanks for joining me today. As usual, this is Kimmy Seltzer. I am your host. And remember, you can build confidence, make connections, and find love from the outside in. And make sure you go to my site, kimmyseltzer.com. And if you are finding yourself stuck in a rut and riddled with dating burnout, then hop on a free call with me by clicking the link you see in the show notes so that I can help re energize you a little bit with a vacation mentality plan. That 30-minute call could change the course of your entire life and experiences. So book it. I'd love to talk to you. And remember, it starts with you, and working on yourself is working on your love life. That's all for now.